Well, folks, welcome to another Rockposer Chats. And joining me on this edition is a gentleman who, well, you should all know. And that is, of course, none other than Mr. Marco Mendoza. Welcome to Rockposer Chats.
Thank you so much, Stan. Thanks for having me, brother. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I say
Yes,
a lot
yes,
cooler after the weather last week.
yes, in the UK. So I feel for you guys. Absolutely. I'm aware. I have a lot of friends in the UK I'm talking to constantly. And being from California, we don't really need to go there, but I love it.
Well, of course, you do visit us on, fairly regular basis, don't you? Touring, etc.
Yeah, and I've been doing a few interviews and looking back, I think I came to the UK for the first time in 90, 91, something like that.
Right.
So after so many years of coming around with so many bands and projects, you build a connection, you know. And I want to say one thing I have to say about the fans and the audience in the UK. You guys love music, and you really show appreciation when you dig it, you know, and you're very honest when you don't,
Yeah.
which is a
Guilty
good
as
thing.
charged. Yeah.
And which is a good thing because you know you can find out right away if you're doing something that's palatable to you guys. So
Sure.
I dig it, and then you follow that direction. So, having said that, I can't imagine coming to Europe and not stopping by. It's just for me, it's part of the my psyche. I have to go there, whether it's the first I go there first or I end up there. I can't imagine. And people say, "What? Just go home," you know. I said, "No, I have to stop by and say hello to my friends and my fans in the UK." And it's been all good. Extremely supportive with my solo stuff, which is amazing. Uh, and you know, human nature. Yeah, you go where you're appreciated, where you're loved, and I feel really appreciated in the UK. So I will be coming back until you guys are fed up with me and say no more.
Well,
Thank.
honest opinion time indeed. Obviously you want to chat about your fourth solo album, yeah, fourth
Yeah,
unbelievable, New Direction, which is out
yeah.
on Mighty Music on September 16th. I've got to
Yeah.
say, Marco, absolutely love it. It's just a
Thank you, man.
fantastic, honest hard rock album. I think that's about as easy as I can sum it up.
Yeah, I have to say that too because uh, I listen to it, and every so often, I'm not a big fan of listening to my work. You come across people that love to do it, but I don't. I'm not that guy.
Right.
But I've been listening to this one because it's really relevant to what I'm going through, what we're all going through. And it applies, you know, when I feel I'm out here dealing with a lot of adversity and a lot of obstacles and a lot of things that come up and when you're touring under these circumstances, which are not normal. You know, you listen to Take It to the Limit, you know, it's just keep going, man. You just don't stop. Shoot for the stars, you know, you can't break the ceiling if you don't shoot for the stars. You can't achieve anything. And you know, let's find a new way of thinking, new direction, la la la. So it really applies and it's relevant, I think. So it hits that button, you know, where people go, hmm. And the thing that happens between Soren and myself, my co-writer and producer, Talent the Cat, it's very honest. We don't sit around and go bananas. We just throw lyrics out, and he co-signs it, and he throws some lyrics out, and I co-sign it, and boom, boom, and that's where we go. We don't analyze it too much,
Sure.
so it's very sincere in that way. It's a moment in time, you know. And so, having said that, yeah, it is honest.
I was going
Uh,
to sorry, I was going to ask you, funny enough, regarding the whole sort of recording and writing process, I was going to ask
yes,
you, whether you were one of those people who has to lock themselves away in a room and become a hermit for 3 months and really get angsty about what they're writing, or do you just
yeah,
find it comes in the moment and you just grab what suddenly pops into your head? Obviously, working with Sorin, of course. Once
yeah.
again, and you just find that something just gels and clicks, and you go, right, that's it.
That's it. And I think it's a generational thing. I think
Okay.
if you want to call me old schooler, because I am, I'm going to be 85 or 95 next month or whatever. So I miss that whole digital thing
Yeah.
in that a lot of the new cats, the younger cats, got into that and they use it as a tool. But I think, in my opinion, it can work against you because you have so many options available. And so I know people that love to do that. People that I've done albums with, they say, I'm gonna go to this room and I'm gonna start working on my stuff. Don't bother me. I'm gonna, and they take hours and days, sometimes weeks and months. Yeah, you're right. Soren and I get together like we're talking, you and I. He grabs the guitar, I grab the bass or a guitar, and we start hitting the table. And boom, that's what it is. Um, uh, and I'm being totally sincere with you. I don't have any other reason not to be. But so it comes from an honest place, and it ends up in an honest place because we're not over analyzing it and dissecting, and which is, it has its own advantages. Don't get me wrong. To produce something, you could do better if you go back, but we choose not to do that. We just, also, it's a time is also a factor when
Yeah.
we get together. He's a busy cat. He's one of the busiest cats I know, and so am I. Thank God. So, if we have 4 or 5 days to work with, we really make use of every minute and every hour, and so that's what it is. But having said that, we're all different people. Whatever works for you, it's great as long as it works and it's productive. Might not work for me, but whatever, to each his own. Different. We used to say different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely. I
That's
mean,
an old one.
I'm certainly no expert. I mean, I have not got a fraction of the skills that you have. I wouldn't know where to start how to write a song, but I could understand how someone could just seriously overanalyze what they're doing over days and months. And
Yeah.
there
Yes.
are certain albums, and I won't mention where I think they have suffered rather than have that, that absolute. If
Pristine,
you grab an idea and
perfect
it seems right immediately, then sure, to me anyway, it must be the right idea.
instinct.
Yeah,
It's like it's your initial reaction to anything, to be honest, any kind of artwork or form or visual or audio stuff. I can tell right away. I've become very much a critic of good movies. I can tell in the first 5 minutes if it's going to be
yeah,
something I'm
likewise.
not going to write. Exactly. It starts with the theme, the music and the projection, the whole thing. So same thing applies to music, not to get away from it. I think, and especially with somebody like Soren, who's got so much experience, so much talent, and
Sure.
we tap into those instincts, the instant, yes, it's simple. Yes, it's three chords. Yes, it's fine. But what are we trying to do? We're writing songs. It doesn't matter how deep the chord is. We can start trying different inversions and all that. But it's a rock album. Let's write some songs and have a good time doing it. And yeah, I could probably go back to my first album, and I do from time to time, and I'm going, eek, oh, because, and I thank you for the compliment for the songwriting thing, but I gotta say, Dan, I'm really I'm really at the sophomore stage of my writing because I put it on the back burner for so many years. Yes, I participated with some cats and I collaborated and I never got credit or whatever. I got paid to be part of it but not credited or whatever. But to actually sit down and write stuff, it's another process. It's another side of the brain and all that. So fourth fourth album is very small amount of songwriting, but I'm digging it, man. I really am. I'm enjoying it, and it's something I wish I would have done 20 years ago, or 15 or whatever. But I'm also very lucky. I get to work with cats like Richie Kotzen, who I did the first album with. I mean, come on, you
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Eh,
yeah. Where do you start?
and then my second album, Casa Mendoza, I had nothing but the best players on it and the best producer. So it's one of those things. And then finally getting to work with Soren and finding that magic thing, that synchronicity. Not to get, that's a 50-cent word if I've ever seen one. 50-cent word. Synchronicity and symbiotic, another 50 Cent word, where we just, it's like we become one and we're kids, man, in the candy store. And we're just throwing chords and riffs and, oh, let's go with that one. Okay. Oh, it's amazing what happens. One of these days, I told Soren, we have to document this. We have to shoot a video of us writing a song, top to bottom, and we can speed, the whole thing. It's funny. It's hilarious because we're having so much fun. We don't take it too serious. Let's just get together, come up with some ideas and see what we can do. And that's it.
Well, if you're not having fun, I mean, to put it bluntly, what's the point?
Well, yes, I've been in situations where, yeah, that FUN word is nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found, because, well, also because the stakes are really high. It's a
Yeah.
different situation, so you got to give them that, and I understand, and or you're working with a producer that's just that cat, and he's got his way of doing things, and you have to adhere to that and work. So that's something I learned from doing sessions. You come in and you're an instrument for them. You make yourself available. You kind of get out of the equation and you be of service. What can I do to help? In the bass world. So and that's why I work a lot. People call me, and I'm easygoing, and I think I get the job done, I guess. But the writing thing, I just wanted to say thank you. That's a big compliment. More than you know, when I hear that's some good writing, I'm like, okay, thank you. The other thing I'm trying to focus on is the writing, but also the vocal side of it, because
I'm going to say
uh,
I'm just jealous because not only can you songwrite and fantastic playing bass, you can bloody sing as well. I mean, the world's not fair, Marco. It really isn't. You know,
thank you, Dan.
I think
But
I left the
yeah.
wrong envelope or something.
Well, I've been working at it since I was very young, and I love singing. But it's just to say something that also I put in the back burner, and I always, in every project or every band or every artist that I got hired to work with, I would always do some BVs. I'm always doing background vocals
Right.
and participating vocally. But to fronting your own band, there's nothing like it, and I love it. And yes, the pressure is on, and yes, adversity is at hand, and yes, you're going to show up to venues where the venue's 30% full, and you're going, "What am I doing here?" And yes, you have to deal with all that, and just take yourself out of the equation again and say, I'm here to perform for 30 people or 300 or 3,000 or whatever,
Yeah.
and do your job. Enjoy it. Remember, it's a privilege, it's a gift. Try to connect with those 30 people.
That's,
And,
that's that's wise words indeed.
yeah, it's very true. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the gig, you go and meet and greet, and it never fails, man. What keeps me going, you get these people going, Marco, thank you. I'm so sorry the attendance was low, but thank you. I was in a funk. You got me out of the funk. I feel good. And they're smiling. Can we take a picture? Yes, absolutely. Can I buy your CD? Yes. A shirt? Yes. I'm sorry, I can't buy anything. I don't have any money. Take the CD. Take the shirt. Thank you for showing up. You bought the ticket. That's enough. So, yeah, it's one of those things, man. I get all lit up and excited talking about it. Can you tell?
Yeah, indeed. But it's nice that you do these meet and greets. I have a real problem where
Uh-huh.
where bands that charge for meet and greets. I can't
Yeah.
get my head around the concept. I mean, even if the artist or the band is one of my all-time favorites, personally, there's no way I'm going to pay to meet and greet. I just don't get it. I mean, what are your views?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to step on any toes because I've been part of a couple of situations
Okay,
there. But no. But I'll be honest. Um, I think as a community, as artists, as musicians, we've been um, we come from a place we've been gifted so much for years and years and years and years. I've been able to support my, three families, and I've had my struggles, and financially I'm not filthy rich, but I'm comfortable and I work very hard for what I make. And and I know for the community at large, your fans, your friends that support you, I know that times are hard sometimes. And to put 15 pound together or 20, however, I don't even know what the tickets cost. I've never paid for one, to be honest. Um, Sometimes, and you bring a friend or a couple of friends, it's going to be a little bit of money. And to charge to meet and greet, for me, the fact that you buy a ticket and you show up and you're enjoying yourself, that's enough. You know, uh, I think the reason for that at the core of it is the financial thing.
Yeah.
So in order to keep, big bands with big production costs and big travel costs and all that going, they got to find another income stream coming in. You have to. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Me, I don't even have a backdrop, which which I have to think about. And I've been told, hey, it's a good idea. And I'm like, okay, the backline thing we were talking about, I support bands, up and coming bands that need a vehicle to play gigs. And that's my only condition. Supply the backline and I'll bring you along. Let's go. Give you some exposure. And it works. It's a win-win situation. And it helps me to stay on the road,
Sure.
So uh, for me, that's enough. I'm finding other ways other than doing that. I don't know. I've been thinking about selling milk at the meet and greet. I'll have milk, cheese, eggs, and bread. What do you think?
One final question for you, if I may. Uh, there's been a few people. I mean, we mentioned Gene Simmons as one saying that Rocky's dead, and I see occasionally people saying, "Oh, there's no new music," when in fact I just get inundated with an amazing amount of music. Out of the newer bands that are around now, either Europe or America or both, who grabbed you the most?
The newer bands?
Yeah.
Wow. Um, the Crows are doing amazing stuff. From the UK, there's a band that I have to talk about because they kind of hit it. They pushed a button in me, and they supported me one time. They're from Scotland, and they played at the Dreadnought, supported me, and they're a bunch of kids, and I see them. I projecting them 3, 4, 5 years from now. They're going to be up there. Bad Actress.
Okay.
They're really entertaining. They got the visual thing going on. They're writing. There's three brothers and friends. They got their mom and dad, as part of the team. They're driving and they're doing the merch. And to me, when you have a family effort like that, it just for me, it represents success. And the songs are really cool. Every time I hear a new song, they're shooting videos. My friend Mark Allison is working with them. I could see them going, man. They're going to move up in the ladder fast. They're already doing some festivals, and so I'm happy for them. And it's cool to say, they were supporting me. I brought them out for 10 shows in the UK earlier in April,
Yeah.
and you know, maybe I don't know. Next year I'll be calling them to support them. You never know. It's a music business. There's so many that I could probably. My brain is shut down right now.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No. It's okay. You know what it is. Once we're done with the interview, I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I remember them and them and them. But there's a lot of them. As a whole, the younger cats are really uh, taking my attention. They're really, especially in the UK, I have to say, for
There's
some
a lot
reason,
of very good
there's
young
an
bands in the UK. Yeah.
yes, there's an abundance. Every time I go there, I'm like, wow, wow, Uh, the treatment, I've known those kids, I want to say kids. They opened up for us with Thin Lizzy way back, and they went on and did bigger things, and I love them. They, they put on a great show. They got great songs, great players, the whole thing. That's one of them that uh, you know that sticks in my brain. I mean, there's a lot of them, but so yeah, it's important for us to support them, man, as much as we can.
Absolutely.
And I feel that I think I might be taking Bad Actors out again. We're working on it. see if it works on theirs with their schedule and mine. But yeah, they're on it, man. They got the music, and now the logistics, the business side of it. They're working on it, and they're very well organized. They're like a well-oiled machine,
Which you've
man.
got to be.
Yes, very focused, very focused. They don't drink, which I love. I don't want to talk about that, but they don't drink. They don't do anything mind altering. They're very focused, man, and they look great. They've got the vibe, you know. So I could see them moving forward to bigger and better things, like real soon. So
Well, certainly. I mean, you mentioned festivals. I'll
mhm.
just add in. I mean, certainly the number of festivals we've now got here in the UK. I mean, we have got to be really grateful and thankful that
Yes,
there are so many, and
yes,
thankfully we are recovering after two. Well, horrible is not really a descriptive enough word for the last couple of years that we've all gone through. But thankfully,
yeah,
there's festivals there. They are selling out. There's good lineups. Hopefully,
yes.
we can get you on the bill on one of them because that'd be great.
Well, yes, do it, brother. I mean, I'm doing a few coming up here in October, November, up in Scotland, and there's a few others that I got invited to. I got to look at my calendar. My brain is mush, a little bit mushy
Join the
right now.
club.
At the end of the day, I've been doing interviews past couple of days a ton, and there's a lot of other stuff going on, but it's all good, Dan. I'm excited. It's an exciting time for me. It's really satisfying to do the hard work that we do because it's hard work, physical as well, and to see the results and to see that you're cultivating some seeds and you're finally getting to see some of the fruit. You know, it's very rewarding. It makes you want to keep going. You know, you got to keep shooting for the stars, man. That's
Absolutely.
it. And so that's my. I believe in that, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, hopefully, I'll catch up with you next time you're over in the UK. Thank
Please
you so
do.
much for taking the time to have a chat. It's much appreciated.
Thank,
Best of
thank,
luck with the new album. I say, yeah, I'll be honest, and everyone knows I'm probably too honest most of the time, but I absolutely love the album. It's fantastic.
thank you, brother.
This is a fantastic, just slab of good, honest hard rock. Go out, pre-order, get yourself a copy. You ain't going to be disappointed.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. You have a beautiful day, and good luck with the Zoom. It works, right? Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, Marco. Cheers
Take
now.
care, brother.
Bye
Ciao.
bye.
Bye.